Peace, family, peace, peace, peace. So, I wanted to do this video to the person that's out there, right? It's probably something that you really don't want to do, but you in the habit of doing things for people, although you really don't want to do it. So, I'm really proud of myself. So, this one person, at times I would dance around instead of just being straightforward, getting to the point and saying no. And I would do it because the fear of the confrontation, like I don't want to argue with you, whatever. And so this person had called me and asked me, was I going to do, this thing? And the old Dina would have been pretty much, giving in, doing the thing, even though I don't want to do it. So today, what I told the person, I pretty much said, I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to do it, And I remember I used to have this fear of people thinking that I was lazy, right? So I would give in, I would, overexert myself, overextend myself because I didn't want people to think or feel that, I was lazy. But what I come to realize really, really quick, maybe it took me a minute, but what I come to realize was that these same exact people, they're not even doing the things. Like if I was to call them and ask them to do, X, Y, and Z, they wouldn't even do those things. And so in life, I always say that life is always constantly reflecting back to us exactly how we messing with ourselves. And so I said, you know what? First I told the person, I said, if you was to, make it possible for me to get there, I would do it. And they pretty much was like, going around the bush and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? I said, I'm not going to tell you I'm going to do this thing because I don't want to do it. And chances, I'm not doing it. Right? And I said, I just don't feel like doing it. Right? And sometimes in life, we feel like we got to give all these explanations. Me, myself included at times, we feel like we got to give all these explanations because we don't want to piss people off and stuff like that. And I'm going to do what's convenient for me. Okay? I'm going to do what's convenient for me. I'm not going to be, putting myself all out the way just to please or make somebody else happy with me, because when you burn out, you look at yourself and you say, who do I think? Okay. Who do I think? Because it's not that person's fault that you burned out. It's actually yours because you could have actually stood up for yourself and said no and let them be mad. Okay? Because as long as you keep giving in, it's always going to come a point in time where as though they expect you to keep giving in. And when you're not good and things of that nature, there's only one person that you could blame, and that's that person when you look in the mirror, that reflection that reflects back to you. So don't say yeah if you know you don't want to do it. Just be honest. I don't want to do it. And and I used to have this thing before where as though I never wanted to, oh well, they're gonna call me lazy because my childhood, and I'm so grateful, for my mother. I'm so grateful and thankful for her. But I remember when I was a kid, my mother would always say, "You are so lazy." So I had this complex of I never want to seem lazy. So, let me do all these things because, if they caught me lazy, oh my goodness. No, do what works for you and what's best for you. Okay? And don't go out the way so you could be a people pleaser or so you could be a nice person. And when you start standing up and sticking up for yourself, you show other people to do the same. And it gives them courage. It's not like you enabling them any longer by when you stand up and you say, no, I don't want to do it because I just don't want to do it. Right? And that's it. In the words of Miss Iyanla Vanzant, it don't requires an explanation. And with that being said, peace.